my personal channel. I am Lee and I am here to discuss loads of my interests. On my recent episodes of Fazman and Jarrans, which I will link in the description down below for you, I had a little twist in store. I introduced the listeners to the world of Junior Vision, which I do have content on this channel for, so I will put more in the description below for you. Here is the full segment of my introduction to Junior Vision from Fazman and Jarrans. As it's the Interstellar Song Contest, it's time for a Lee twist. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's time safe. You know I love my little twist here. I want to focus on the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. I know a lot of people are more focused on the Eurovision, but I want to talk about the junior equivalent. It's an event I follow yearly, like I do with the European and World Championships for Artistic Gymnastics. Big fan. Of course, fun fact, the European one is actually on the same week as the Rajivo. Oh, I want to introduce you to Junior Vision and share some of my favourite people from the world of Junior Vision. So, let's get started. Time for a bit of history. Junior Vision began in 2003 in Copenhagen, Denmark, and was the successor to the MGG Nordic, a song competition that was held in the Nordic countries, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. 16 countries from Europe competed in 2003, and it was won by Dino Julicic from Croatia. Afterwards, it's been yearly, including 2020, which I will explain in a bit. Singers can be aged 9 to 14 on the day of the contest. The Netherlands are the only country to have competed every year. They have done so with their national final junior song festival that has changed throughout the years. They will send an original song that lasts around 3 minutes. The countries must sing in their own national language, but they can have 40% of the song in a different language. The voting system is 50% international personal jury and 50% online voting, public vote, where you can vote for your own country. I have on 2 occasions, but I didn't start online voting till 2021. I love doing that. It's probably one of my regular things, voting and Junior Vision. It's so fun. Each year since 2019, the hosts normally are the previous winning country, but they can have first refusal. If that happens, the second place country will be given the chance to host instead. 2020 was the year of COVID. Eurovision, of course, was cancelled. They managed to find a way to still hold Junior Vision. Poland, who won the previous year, hosted for a second year in a row, and they held all the main things there. The countries who competed, which were 12 of them, they did a live on tape performance, not a live performance as they usually do, and the juries and the public would vote from those performances alone. Each year since 2019, the hosts have normally been the previous winning country, but they could have first refusal on hosting it. If that happens, the second place country will be given the chance to host it instead. Georgia and Spain's dancers dance in mass, so huge shout out to them. 2021 went back to the original format, and that was held in France, and everything was held in France. Before I talk about some of my favourite stars on the show, I want to talk about the UK's impact. I feel the songs for Junior Vision have been way better than what we have sent to Eurovision, except Spaceman, which I love, still my favourite UK Eurovision entry to date. UK has consistently finished in the top 5, except 2005, but never won the contest. Unfortunately, we withdrew last year because of low views. We were doing so well! I mean, I lose my head over you. Oh, you were living in the shadows, and the dark is all you need, and I want to see you in the light. I'm getting to a bit of a tangent now, but we should have still been competing. Freya Sky is one of our successes. She was selected in 2022 with her song, Lose Your Head. It's a bit adult, but it's a radio-friendly song, which the online votes respond to. Despite Freya being ill and missing the jury show, they still managed to create a performance using the rehearsal footage. She still managed to finish 5th with the juries. She won the online voting that year, but she stayed in 5th place as France, who won, Armenia and Ireland were scoring very close in the online vote, as they were all in the 60 to 80 bracket. They would normally be a bit more separate, like, what was it? I'm trying to remember who did well. Valentina from France, when she won, she had a bit of a higher online voting percentage. I think she was ahead of Spain. Don't know what happened with the percentages in 2022. Despite that, Freya's success launched her career. She is going to be starring in the new zombie film alongside Meg Donnelly, who you might see in American Housewife, and Milo Manham, who did Dance with the Stars on the US It's very impressive. Stand Unique were our other recent act, and they consisted of Maisie, Hayna and Jasmine, who became the first non-soul act to represent the UK at Junior Eurovision. They finished in 4th place in 2023, improving from a 5th a year earlier. If we stayed, there's a chance we would have absolutely won if we kept doing well. Let's introduce you guys to some famous Junior Eurovision stars. Okay, Rachel Treit representing the Netherlands in 2011 with Teenager. This song came out at a time when I was becoming a teenager, so this was relevant. I followed the national final that year, which I've done so since 2010 when I started watching Junior Eurovision. 2010 was my first Junior Eurovision. Teenager was my favourite out of that selection and won semi-final 1 and the finale with the maximum place 6 points. She finished second at the contest and is still the second best Netherlands entry to date. Destiny Trucnier is a fantastic soul singer. She made an appearance with her school in 2014 when Julie Van Bergen from the Netherlands made a school visit as part of Junior Eurovision Week. A year later, Destiny auditioned for Malta and she made the national final and won with Think. So she did some Aretha Franklin, great vocals. Her song Not My Soul won the entire contest and the second win for Malta. She later would reach the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent in 2017. In 2019, she was the backing singer for Michaela Pace with her song Chameleon. It finished 14 in the Eurovision. Chameleon deserved way better. Destiny would later repeat what Michaela did and she would represent Malta with All My Love, which I love. She did have to miss out on that contest, but don't worry, she came back a year later with Je me casse. Another hit of hers. She won her semi-final and then she finished 7th in the final because of, I think, where she was placed in the run order. I think there were better songs that the public liked. I still think Je me casse was one of the better songs that year. Justice for my girl, Destiny. Carla Lazare competed in The Voice Kids France in the previous year and finished 4th. She would later be selected to represent France at Junior Vision in 2019. Her song Bim Bam Toi was a hit, especially with the Bim Bam Toi dance, and it became an emoji on Fortnite. Carla finished 5th at that competition, and I thought she should have been higher. Despite that, Carla continued her career, and she later released an album, which is amazing. She would later commentate on her country's first victory in 2020, and she would host it in 2021 alongside Elodie Gaston and Olivia Min. I've recently watched the French version of Football, which Olivia hosts, and he is a legend. You haven't seen him do his little jump with Letitia Miller? That was one of the most iconic moments of 2023. I will let my videos on my personal channel do a bit more because that show is iconic. Olivia is a famous face in the Eurovision world. He's done a bit of spokesperson work in the 1990s. He did a great job. Polyjeva hosted in Bulgaria in 2015 and she was a great host and she brought great energy. She would later be responsible for her country's return to the contest a year later and she finished 4th at Eurovision, the best result at that time. I want to give a huge shout out to some of the acts I think deserve way better. Ahana Ahom Koku Estonia 2020. I love that song. I can see the vocals being an issue there. Julia Kenhammer, duet into Emzam, Ulalosa, Nisam, both from 2014. I can see once again vocals could have been an issue there. Georgia Wagashi from Georgia 2019 sung an a cappella song. I just think it was slept on. It deserved way better. Here is the question I asked at the start. Which 4 hosts have hosted the competition twice? Here they are. Kim Lian Demir, 2007 and 2012 Netherlands. Timur Miroshchenko, 2009 and 2013 Ukraine. Ada Nowaska, 2019 and 2020. Olivia Min, 2021 and 2023 France. Now I didn't mention Olivia earlier because I wanted it to be a surprise and see if you could work out if he hosted twice, which he did. Comment down below how many you got right. Do you love Junior Eurovision? Comment down below. Thank you for listening and I'll see you next time. Goodbye everyone.